All right, today I've got a story for you. It's a simple one, but man, is it powerful. It's all about grit, vision, and what a starting point really means. It's called The Boy Who Sold Water to Pay for His Dreams. So, I want you to picture this, a really busy city. You can almost feel the heat coming off the pavement, right? You hear that constant buzz of traffic, and there are just a million different lives all weaving past each other. This is where our story kicks off. And right in the middle of all that noise, all that chaos, there was a young boy. And he was holding on to a secret. Something pretty powerful. Something that nobody else around him could even begin to see. Okay, so let's meet this boy. His name is Kola. And to really get what his secret is all about, we first have to understand his reality, his daily grind. And trust me, it was anything but easy. Just think about this for a second. While all the other kids his age were sitting in classrooms, maybe worrying about a math test, Cola's world was just completely different. His classroom was the street, right under a blazing hot sun. His school bag? It was a small cooler filled with water. His life wasn't about learning and comfort. It was about the daily, nonstop grind just to get by. And as if the physical struggle wasn't enough, he had to deal with all the doubt from people around him. They'd look at him and see a boy selling water, and that's all they saw. They just couldn't see past what he was doing right then and there. But this was his secret. See, while the world saw a kid selling water, Kola saw something totally different in the mirror. He saw a future software engineer. This was his hidden dream, the fuel that kept him going, day after relentless day. So you might be asking, how does a boy selling water on the street even start to chase a dream that big? Well, it wasn't some single grand move. No, it was all about 1,000 tiny, disciplined sacrifices he made every single day. And here's exactly how he did it. Every single bottle he sold was one tiny step forward, and with each sale, he'd save a little bit of that money. But here's the kicker. It wasn't for things you'd expect, like better food or new clothes. Nope. Every single coin he saved was an investment in the one thing that truly mattered to him, his education. You know how in life, sometimes a single moment can just change everything? For Kola, that moment came on what seemed like a totally ordinary day during a totally ordinary sale. A man who was buying water didn't just see Kola, he actually noticed him. He saw the incredible care Kola took in his work, how he was so meticulously tracking his tiny earnings in this little notebook. It was such a small detail, but it revealed a whole world of character. So the man was intrigued by this kid's focus, and he asked him a really simple question. A question that, honestly, could have had 100 simple answers. But Kola's answer? Well, it was anything but simple. Wow, what an incredible answer. In that one sentence, Kola revealed everything, his ambition, his discipline, his deep understanding that he had to be the one to build his own life. He wasn't sitting around waiting for a lucky break, he was out there, building his own ladder, step by step. That powerful answer, it didn't just impress the man, it actually inspired him to do something. This was the moment. This was when Kola's secret dream started its journey into the real world, kicking off a clear, step-by-step path to his goal. And suddenly, the path became crystal clear. It all started with that daily grind, right? Selling water. And then the discipline to save every coin. That foundation is what allowed him to grab the next opportunity, finding a mentor, which led to getting access to online learning, and finally, putting in all the hard work to learn how to code. It was a step-by-step transformation right before our eyes. And the result of all that sacrifice, all that work, pure success. And we're not just talking about any job. He became a successful software developer, working for an international company. He actually did it. He turned the money from selling bottles of water into a future built on lines of code. So now, when people who knew him way back when ask him how he pulled it off, Kola's answer basically holds the core lesson of this entire story. And it's a lesson that applies to every single one of us. You see, he never saw himself as just a water seller. He understood that what he was really selling, what was truly building with every single bottle, was his future. He had a vision for himself that nobody else could see, and he never, ever lost sight of it. And that, right there, is the ultimate lesson. It is so easy to look at our current situation, whatever it is, and see it as a wall, a limit on what's possible for us. But Kola's story just completely reframes that idea. Whatever your situation is right now, it's not your limit. It's just your starting point. So that leaves all of us with one final, pretty powerful question to think about. With every small action you take today, every little bit of effort you put in, every choice you make, what future are you selling? What are you building?